What is going on, everybody? This is going to be a 2023 year in review video. I've been on YouTube for almost one full year. I'd like to talk to y'all a little bit about all the progress I've made, all the things I've done on the channel, sort of a recap, if you will, and maybe at the end a little bit of what's to come starting in the new year. Starting with, well, this right here. This is my new to me work truck. And well, why did I get this new to me work truck? My wife's Pathfinder was getting quite tired and quite worn out, and if you remember, then you should know why we had to go trade that in, and we ended up getting a new truck at somewhat of a good deal. So let's take a ride around the neighborhood in this, and I'll talk about what all we did this year. So obviously I started this channel back in January of 23, and I realize it is December of 23 now if you're watching this later. But obviously I started this channel in January of 23, and doing YouTube is something that I wanted to do for a very long time. It's something that I've always kind of entertained. I just never had the I'll say I was scared of it. I was a little anxious, a little apprehensive to do it. Just putting yourself out there on the internet is a whole thing, if you will. But there's a couple YouTubers that I watch. There's actually a lot of YouTubers that I watch, but there's a couple YouTubers that I watch, in particular, Shadetree Surgeon and Professional Monkey, and those are actually both motorcycle YouTubers. But I love their content, and they both kind of inspired me to go ahead and just do it. One of the things Shadetree Surgeon says, for example, is do not kill the part of you that is cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. And that really motivated me to say, you know what? I think I can be entertaining, and I think I can do it. So I actually started with the Cessna 172 project. I'll flash up some footage of that. Obviously, that was something a buddy of mine had taken apart. It was his airplane. He had taken it completely apart for the purpose of restoring it, and then had to move to Arizona. So he commissioned me to help him put it back together, which is exactly what I did. Obviously, that was a fun project, but during all of that, I said, you know what? I want to do more than one video a week. I want to do 2 videos a week. So I added some videos on Wednesdays of me actually talking about becoming an A&P, getting an A&P, and different hot topics, if you will, as it relates to aviation as a whole and becoming an aircraft mechanic. And it all went very well. And then I had the Bonanza project crop up, and both of these things gave me lots of content to film for my channel. And I'm very grateful because my side business was able to make a decent amount of money, and I was able to, you know, afford doing a YouTube channel without having to strain a bunch of extra cash, if you will. And then there was my typical day-to-day life of being an aircraft mechanic. I took y'all to an IA seminar. I did 5 or 6 annuals on the side. I did a couple of pre-buys, and I didn't film every single one of those things, but I thought it was important to at least film some of them and put them up on the channel because I thought it was really good information and really good videos. I did change my style of videos a couple of times, trying to find what works best. You know, there in the beginning, I was doing a lot of like time lapse to music, but it was really hard to record. It was really hard to upload and edit with the limited space on my iPad. It just wasn't very engaging. So then I kind of transitioned to more of a vlog style video where I would set the camera up and talk about things while I worked. And I actually really prefer that style of video for like my Sunday uploads, occasionally doing more how-to videos and things like that. But I do like the style that I've kind of fallen into, which is I'll set the camera up and start working on something, and while I work on something, I will go about talking about a topic. Some of my most successful videos were, you know, the most lethal aircraft in aviation, about the Bonanza, which did very well. Another video I did, fabric aircraft run, you know, the truth about fabric airplanes. That one did very, very well. And I really enjoy making that kind of content, so I think I'm going to continue doing a lot of that kind of stuff for my Sunday uploads. My Wednesday uploads are going to be more like this, pieces to camera, sort of giveaways and that kind of things. Speaking of giveaways, we did a whopping 4 giveaways this year. I started a Discord server. I did 1 giveaway on there. I did a giveaway for my 1,000 subscribers, and then I did 2 Christmas giveaways for a $100 gift card and for a $150 gift card. And I really hope those made a difference in somebody's lives, or at least was a nice little surprise for someone. And I was really happy that I was able to do that. And I've said in the past, and I'll say in the future again and again and again, it's something that I would like to continue to do. It's something that I would like to do in the future. I do have some more videos coming up for you guys. I've got a JPI EDM 900 to install in the Cessna 172 project, as well as a full fuel flow oil filter. I've got some other little things to do with a Bonanza, but I'm going to transition a little bit to doing some car content. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to do on my Mustang. I've got the parts for it sitting, waiting. I just need to do it. So expect that. Expect all those kinds of things to come. The video, or like I said, the channel has grown from, in just January, to 3,500 subscribers roundabout, and makes about $150 a month, which is nothing to be ashamed of. Those are good numbers for me. I feel like I'm hitting really good goals. I feel like the channel's growing quickly. I'm hoping that it continues to grow. And as always, I would like to personally thank everybody who's participated, everybody who's watched the videos, who's left me, you know, encouraging comments. You guys mean the world to me. I never thought that in a year my channel would be already monetized and that I'd be doing as well as it is doing. It's paying for itself, if you will. It's not just a hobby anymore. It's worth it. Every video I make is going to make a couple of dollars to go into making another video, to go into doing giveaways, growing a community of people in aviation, which I think is really cool because there's just not a whole lot of aviation channels out there. I think the reason for that is there's just a lot of liability. I've had to tell some people, I don't really have haters on my channel. I've had some people leave some hateful comments, but not really haters. But, you know, I've had some people say, like, oh, you did this wrong, or you did that wrong, or you should never do this, or you should never do that, or I can't help but know you didn't do that. And I've had to explain, and it can be kind of tedious, I've had to explain to a lot of people, I don't show every single step of every single job that I do. You're seeing 12 minutes is really the target. Any longer than 12 minutes and a whole bunch of viewers drop off. Any shorter than 8 minutes and people don't really seem to click on it. So what you're seeing is 8 to 12 minutes of 2 days worth of work, and I'm not going to show everything. I'm not going to show myself reading the manuals. I'm not going to show the mistakes. I'm not going to show when I do things wrong or have to correct something, and I'm not going to show every single repair. And I might do something for the sake of the video just so that it looks finished, but in reality I was actually waiting on a part. So people are like, oh, you shouldn't zip tie it like that. And I'm like, don't worry, I changed them later. I was trying to get everything in place. Like, one example was I was doing scat tubing on the 172, and somebody's like, you shouldn't zip tie the scat tubing like that. It should be 8/0 clamps. And I explained to the guy, I said, don't worry, it will be 8/0 clamps. I just had to zip tie it in place for now, because by the time I get finished, it will be 8/0 clamps. So hang on, I got something in my eye. Just different stuff like that, but it's been a lot of fun. I think that's the reason, like I said, that a lot of people kind of shy away from doing aviation maintenance related content, is just because there's a lot of questions of, are you using the right tools? And people, I'm not going to say they think they know better than you, but you don't show everything, so they think you missed something, or they think they need to correct you, which is fine. That's constructive criticism is a good thing, but like I said, I didn't show everything in every single video, and I think that shies a lot of people away from being aviation related, which is why I like being aviation related. But to all of those of you who have stuck it out through the channel and, you know, subscribed and left comments, I appreciate you guys. I hope you continue to have a happy holidays. Obviously Christmas is over, so Merry Christmas to all of you again, but Happy New Year, all that good stuff, and we will see you December 31st. I'll probably put an upload, which is Sunday, and then I will see you next Wednesday for yet another upload in the new year. As always, go build something and be easy.